Ladies and gentlemen, you hear it right here, right now. Dozens of financial advisors warn corporate America that DEI initiatives are a liability. They are hearing us. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see this. Like, this is fucking amazing. This is something I'm so happy about because of the gaming industry and the gamers. Industry's not listening to us, but these financial advisors, investors, they are seeing it. They're like, bro, who you selling to and this and that. your consumers aren't happy with the products you guys are putting out. This is why you guys are laying off people and shutting down studios and everything. It is crazy. It is insane. All right. It is the wildest thing ever. But it's one of those things where it's like, when will you learn? Why are you trying to fix things that aren't broken? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what's going on here. All right. But before we get into this, hello, everybody. My name is Al Pacino, and welcome to another... I don't even know what this is, pretty much. It's just like another discussion about video games and what's going on in the industry, I guess you would say. And also, I want to say thank you guys so much for leaving all these likes, the comments, and the past few videos that we've been doing ever since we started this thing up. It's very awesome to see like people wanting to get more into the industry and learn more about what's going on behind these games. And also the fact that all of you guys that are supporting the video and other creator videos as well, that how much impact you guys have on the gaming industry. So thank you from me to you. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into this. All right. So it says dozens of financial advisors warned corporate America that in the wake of Donald Trump being elected the 47th president of the United States, that diversity, equity, and inclusion policies are now a liability. Wow, it took one person to become president to realize that this is a liability, not the sales of games that you have, the player base that is basically non-existent, and the fact that you guys can't recover or you guys can't make up, you know, the money that you guys have spent. Like if you, I don't know, had like $200 million, you guys can't break that even because people don't want to buy your games because of the stuff that you guys are putting in your games that people don't want. So they're rejecting they're rejecting pretty much purchasing the game. They are basically going on strike. They are fighting back with their wallets, pretty much saying, no, I'm not buying this. It's amazing. Let's go further in this. It says, in an open letter urging corporations to get rid of DEI departments and policies, the financial advisors who collectively merge over $16 billion in assets declared this November the American electorate overwhelmingly rejected the ideological takeover of political and civic life by narrow-minded identity politics. Critical race theory, CRT, diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, purport to be to promote belonging and inclusion, but in reality sacrifice true diversity and equal opportunity by focusing only on differences based on skin color, sex, and religious status. And everybody knows from Martin Luther King, it should be judged by your character, not by your skin, not by the color of your skin. That's what it should be. But no, they want to go more into this. And the funny thing is, like when they're saying, oh, we want to be more diverse, we want to be more inclusive, but you exclude people. It doesn't make sense. You can pull up anything that's DEI related, like Sweet Baby Inc. and everything. And that whole program with Ubisoft where they're talking about they want to include women in their program that they have. Oh, goodness gracious, what's the name of it? It's the intern program that they have, right? But the only way how you can get into it is if you're identified as a woman or if you're non-binary. If you're a male, you're excluded from it. How is that inclusive? It's like you're saying it, but you're not doing it, if that makes sense. It's like, I don't know if it's opposite day, if these companies are like thing one and thing two, when you say don't do something and then they do it anyway. So do we say, hey, do not include this? Maybe they'll listen. I don't know, but it's insane. I've been seeing that. I'm like, nobody sees like this as a problem. But I'm glad it's getting brought up finally. But it's just funny that it took a presidential election for this to happen. Now let's see what else is coming in here. So, next they warned it is now a liability for any institution to tout adherence to DEI ideology. Recent Supreme Court decisions have cast serious doubt on the legality of DEI, which has led to a full-scale legal assault on DEI, according to the Wall Street Journal. The data underlining the push for DEI have been exposed and overstated at best, or worse, downright false. Exactly. The financial analysis and advisors did not stop there. They predicted that the incoming administration, led by President Donald Trump and his Vice President J.D. Vance, will likely advance and enact policies that increase the risk of current DEI policies at every corporation. Yeah. See, and the thing is, how DEI was back in the day, it was more of it wasn't equity, it was equality. It was diversity, equality, and inclusion. Because at the time, it was where, minorities, they weren't receiving jobs or anything like that. They weren't receiving jobs, they weren't receiving positions or anything like that. They opened that up because they wanted more people, minorities, people of color, even gender, to go for those positions, right? But the thing is, they all have to have the same thing. They all have to have the required amount of skill set to get that position. It's not based off your gender. It's not based off of your race that you automatically get the position or the job. You still have to have the knowledge and the skills to fulfill that position, that job that you're going for. But I don't know where it happened over the years, but it just got freaking jumbled up, freaking thrown out, miscommunicated, to where they're just like, hey, oh, you're black, you immediately get this job. Oh, you're this race, you get this job. Oh, you're this gender, you get this job. It's like, screw the portfolio and what you've done or haven't done based off of your color of your skin or what you look like or what you identify as, you're getting the job. That's not how it works. Clearly, because the past few games that have been coming out have been complete and utter garbage. And the fact that it's on existing IPs and legacy franchises that have been out for over a decade is now being tarnished and like going into the garbage. On top of that, hundreds of millions of dollars being thrown into a burn pit that could have been resourced and actually made into better games. So it's just insane. Anyway, so now it says, while noting the liability and risk in enacting and enforcing DEI policies it also noted how rooted they are at major corporations throughout America, citing the Alliance for Defending Freedom's Viewpoint Diversity Score. The letter revealed that 91% of scored companies rely on concepts like CRT, which is the critical race theory, in their employee training materials. Furthermore, it revealed that nearly 6 in 10 scored companies, 58%, currently impose DEI requirements on their vendors. Because they're trying to get that ESG score up so they can get more money. But the thing is, they don't think about where that product, they think about putting so much money, receiving so much money and putting so much money into a product, but they don't think of the second part. And the second part is selling it to us so we can consume it, so we can pay and consume it. They're not thinking about that part. Look at movies. The shit that they're doing with all these movies, it goes way back. Where it's like, it just doesn't make any sense. I haven't seen the Ghostbusters movie, but a lot of people were talking about the Ghostbusters movies where it had where it was just like all women in it, and everybody who was seeing the Ghostbusters one, like all the ones before that, they're like, what is this? Like, where's Dan Aykroyd? Where's freaking Bill Murray? Where's all of them? But no, they changed it up for some reason. Look at Netflix with Tomb Raider. The Tomb Raider looks like Lara Croft looks like a dude. Looks like Larry Croft. It's insane. It's insane to see. They're trying to do all these things, trying to include this stuff in here, but then they don't realize in the end product, it doesn't mean anything because we are not going to watch it. We're not going to watch it. We're not going to play it. We're not going to consume it at all. We're just going to see it and we're like, what is this? This is shit. And we're going to just move on to something else. So it's insane. So Given this widespread embrace of the agenda, damn, I can't speak right now. I'm sorry, I got off work. The dozens of financial analysts and investors who attach their name to the letter-sided corporation leaders for their moral failure at allowing it to take root. So I'm just gonna say this: any companies that are really pushing this DEI narrative for video games, movies, whatever, music, just pretty much in the entertainment, you guys better look for a job. Your guys' shit is gonna get shut the down, because you guys are gonna lose money. If I can't speak for movies and stuff like that, but for gaming industry, if they do not want people to get laid off, studios shut down, and you guys in hemorrhaging money, they're gonna let you all go. They're gonna cut you all off. They're gonna be like, hey, we have something for you, and be like, no, we're not sending you money. Hell no. Your ideas that you have, whatever, but it's not for our game. No, keep them. Sheesh. All right. Businesses don't exist to make a profit. Business leaders and investors act out of a strong desire to improve people's lives and better the human condition. The letter stated, but a failure to properly communicate the virtue necessary for the proper functioning of capitalism. Embodied in the fictional Gordon Gekko and his mantra, greed is good, can foster a perception of moral vacuum. And it is exactly this kind of practice that allowed ideologies like D.E.I. to infiltrate corporations in the first place. Exactly. You try to like influence a small group out of a vast ocean of all sea creatures. Let's just put it that way. Gamers, we're just all a whole bunch of sea creatures and whales and fish and whatever, right? But then they focus on a small little itty bitty group. They say screw everybody else, but on the small little itty bitty group. They think that's gonna change everything. They think that's gonna change the whole fucking ocean and make us be like, oh yeah, no. I didn't have a problem with this if it was their own. If these companies had their own IPs of a different game, not as a existing franchise that people know so much of and know the designs of it, it wouldn't affect us as much. We'd be like, all right, the game, we're still gonna play our game over here. But the fact that you're trying to throw it into games that we know and love, because they're like, well, this game, the name of this game has a very big following. We just throw that in there. It don't work like that. Obviously, you guys are seeing it doesn't work like that. So the letter then made the choice of these corporations have abundantly clear. You stand at an important crossroads. Either you heed the voice of the American people, which is the game, us, the gamers, the American people, your shareholders, customers, and employees, or you can bow to fringe activists who demand that you double down on a failing ideology, aka just keep burning hundreds of millions of dollars. Like this is probably like the worst that I've ever seen in the game industry, like ever since I've been born, pretty much. The fact that they're really, really, really pushing ideologies into these games that they forget the whole designing of the game. They just forget it's like they threw the design document for the game, they threw it out. And they said ideology, on the big piece of paper, it just says DEI. And then they're like, oh yeah, just whatever else to make it look like a game. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And again, people are fed up about this shit. So what do you make of this signed letter by dozens of financial analysts and investors warning corporate America about their DEI policies? To me personally, I think it is the most amazing thing that we've ever seen so far in the gaming industry and just in the entertainment industry. That means we're fighting back. Our voices are being heard. The investors are seeing it because obviously they're looking at all these releases of games like Dragon Age of Veilguard, like Concord, like Unknown 9 Awakening, like all these games, and they're like, bro, this is not selling. I put money into this knowing that, because you guys were convincing me, hey, this is gonna sell a lot. It's kind of weird. This might be a dangerous thing to say. I'm not sure, but it's almost like, for being an investor and investing in a company that is doing this, it's almost like getting hit with a rug pull from cryptocurrency scam. That's what it seems like. It seems like the investors are getting scammed out of their money from these corporations because of what's going on. And obviously people have seen what is going on and they know, hey, scores suck. No matter what, these gaming outlets that are these gaming media outlets that are doing all this stuff saying, oh yeah, this game's actually really good. But you look at SteamDB, you look at like the player count for all these, and you also look at the sales because they have access to see that too. And they know that numbers are low. They're not where they're at. They're not breaking even. They rarely make a profit. So yeah, I'm happy about this. I have a big smile on my face because it's like finally something groundbreaking in the game industry that is happening. Now, is that going to stop the whole DEI thing? Probably not. There's probably going to be some studios out there that are still going to, you know, do this and that and still try to push, you know, DEI. But the thing is, I know this is probably going to be eye-opening for a lot of the studios and be like, wow, looking at our financial records, we have lost a lot of money based off of this game. Our shareholders are wondering where their money is and everything like that. And some of them are probably pulling out. So we need to change this around. All the studios that are affected by this, you know who you are. Companies and studios. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole situation that's going on, especially with this change. And you guys think, is it going up? You know, is the game industry going to go up or is it going to continue to go down? Except for, you know, the East, you know, Korea, Japan, China, they're cool. They're all fine. But for America, it's insane. So what do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And thank you again for all the support from the previous videos and this video. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. We're almost there. We're almost there to get monetized. So keep supporting. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys next time. All right. Cappuccino. Peace.